Great. Hello again. This is Foghorn with another installment of Flight School Academics for the 21st of August 2951, or 2021 if you're stuck in the past. This presentation is part of an ongoing series of academics for the members of the Aurora Republic, the premier role-playing organization in Star Citizen. If you are new to the Aurora Republic or visiting for the first time, let me start by saying welcome. We are glad to have you with us and would love to hear from you. If you are interested in hearing more from us, we're a lawful good organization focused on role play, exploration, and social interaction, and are currently active in recruiting on Spectrum and Gilded. Without further ado, the Issue Council and how to use it. Do remember that ultimately we are supposed to be play testing Star Citizen, not just simply playing Star Citizen, which means we have actually paid them money for us to go in and be their QA, or at least partially serve a QA function. And do that by playing the game and finding out where it breaks. So the Issue Council is how you report those bugs. The way you get there is on the RSI website itself. If you go up onto that main menu across the top where it says Comlink Community and Development, and you hover over Development, then that will bring up a secondary menu across a secondary menu bar right below it. That'll have roadmap, dev tracker, telemetry, issue council, patch notes, ship matrix, and funding, and then that's where you can click on issue council, which will take you to the issue council pages of their website. Now you'll end up looking at two select a project buttons. The one on the right that says issue council is for only bugs with the issue council website portion itself, so you're probably not going to be needing to use that. So, of course, you're going to click over on the other one, which is Star Citizen. And this is the same. You still click on Star Citizen even when they have a PTU going and it's bugs in the PTU, because it'll later ask you whether or not you're talking about live or the PTU. Biggest thing you can remember about the Issue Council is search first for what bug it is that you're going to report, because there's lots of people. There's 2 point something million Star Citizens playing, and they can so there's probably a good chance somebody else has already reported that bug, and so in an attempt to try to reduce the number of duplicate reports for the same issue, make sure you search first. Just go in there and hit some just hit some keywords to tell the search what it is that the bug is. Hit search, and there's also, when you click into that field, it also will pop down some search operators that you can use, where you can use an asterisk or you can use quotation marks to get some more specific functionality. You hit that, and then it'll spit out all the places where it might have a possible match, to include what level of match it would have, whether things are already been duplicated or archived, expired, or whether they're still open and trying to be confirmed. So here in this example, I typed in the elevator is broken at Orison. That's not an actual bug that I found. I was just putting in something to make it work, and you can see it started finding stuff that matched words like elevator and broken and all that kind of thing. If you do find a bug report that already exists that matches, then you just hit the contribute button right there, because somebody else has already reported it, which actually means you have to do less work, because you don't have to fill in everything to fill out the bug report. You can just simply go hit the contribute button. It'll bring that up, and then you just hit yes, I can duplicate that, or I have duplicated that with mine. And so it's basically a 2-button switch, to hit contribute and then hit the yes, I duplicate it, and you've basically added another vote of me too onto somebody else's bug report. If not, if you don't find anything that looks like what your bug is, then your next step is to go hit report a new issue in the upper left, and that will start you into how you report a new issue. So it'll start by asking a title. So I put in a new thing here called "My Head is on Backwards." I haven't actually seen that. I just made it up so I could shoot a screenshot. And then as soon as you stop typing, it will automatically again do a search and find like the top 3 possible duplicates. So look at those first to see if, again, maybe somebody else has already reported this. But if those don't look good either, then go ahead and say, yeah, I checked these issues, and obviously they don't match, so I want to continue. The next thing that will happen is it'll ask you to fill out information on your hardware that you're running. Once you've done this, if you've ever done a bug report, once you've done this the first time, it remembers what your previous setup was that you entered. Of course, you can edit it. You can even give it a name. So obviously, I call my gaming rig, I call it the Starship. That's because of some of the cool RGB lighting on it makes it look like it's a spaceship. It's kind of cool. If you've done it before and it's remembered it, then you can just hit, yep, this is my setup there, and it'll take you to the next step, which is like, okay, what are your current game settings? And it'll also remember if you've ever done this before. Again, it'll remember what you put in last time. You can edit it if you need to, or you can just go, yep, that's still my settings. And continue on to the next step, and the next thing will say, what game version are you running? There will usually only be one option, like there is right now, where we have 3.14.1 live, and we don't have a PTU. If you have a PTU that's going for another build version at the same time, then you'll have two. You'll have the live version there, and the build and the PTU version that'll be there. So make sure you select the correct one. Obviously, right now where there's only one, it'll only give you that one option, and it'll be ready for you to go, yep, that's the version I'm talking about, and it'll take you to the next step. So the issue category, so these are, like I said, exactly what the name sounds like. These are categories. Pick one. It'll only let you pick one. So pick one that you think is correct. So obviously for my my fantasy head is on backwards bug, then I would say that's guessing, that's characters and animation. Don't worry about if it's not perfectly accurate. Try to find something that sounds closest. There's also an other right down there in the third row center, and then hit next. And then you tell them how bad is it, and it's basically 4 categories. Cosmetic means, hey, hey, I found a texture that was wrong, or I found one of those replace me balls that's floating out here around some location. Playable means, yeah, it's wrong, but it doesn't really affect gameplay. I can still play. Hardly playable is like I have to do some sort of a workaround, and it's a tough situation to be able to work around it. And critical means it basically breaks the game for me. So I selected, hey, critical is a game-breaking issue, and then went, oh, okay, next. The next thing is it gives you steps for you to type in. You can put in up to 150 characters per line. And when you hit enter, it adds, so it'll be sitting there with number 1, it'll be blank. You type in what the first step that you did that created this bug, and then hit enter, and it automatically gives you a second line in case you need it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you hit next when you've put in the steps. And then it asks you just a big free text field that gives you 520 characters to tell them what happened. And you can also add links in there if you want to, like, maybe images or videos, so like YouTube or Instagram or wherever. If you have posted any pictures or videos of the bug happening, you can put that in there as well. Hit next. Put what you again, another free text field to for you to tell them what you think should have happened. And then when you hit next, then it'll say, how did you find a workaround, and if so, explain. And then hit next. And then the last one that comes up is you can also directly upload images or video to your report, so that as evidence of, like, hey, here's what happened. Here you can watch it. So you put that in, and the last thing, then when you filled all of that in, then you got submit your issue, and you hit that, and it will log it into their system. You come back and you hit my reports over on the left side, and all of the reports that you've ever put in will be listed down here. So obviously I did not actually put that report in because that was fake. I just took it all the way up to that last button so I could get screenshots, and then hit clear. So, but any of the reports that you put in, regardless of what status they're in, so you can go back and see, open that up to see what's where it's at and what you said and all that kind of stuff. So this one here that says there's no visit location button on the main menu, which was something that actually happened here while we were working in the PTU here the last few weeks ago. You can see where that all, and you can see over on the right side, you got the lighter blue boxes over on the right side that have the status and where it's at within their sort of tracking system. And if enough people have said, yep, me too, that happened to me too, then that's how they confirm, is through contributions. If you scroll down, you can see any evidences like screenshots or video that you uploaded. And plus it also gives you this activity is additional message activity associated with this bug report. So if you suddenly forgot, like after you hit submit issue and if you forgot there was something else you wanted to tell them associated with it that you forgot to put in your original post, you can just scroll down here to the bottom where it's activity, hit add a comment like you see, and I went, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, but also the join on friends, over in the right side also didn't work. I couldn't use join on friends to just get into the server that way, so and then obviously you can see somebody else also comment. It's like, hey, there's an original issue with the code number for that. That's it. It's that simple for the issue council. And once you've done it the first time, things like what hardware you're running and what resolutions and game settings you're running will already be populated in there. So they've made it as fast and painless as they can. But obviously, more detail is always mo better. Screenshots and video, particularly if you use the console R display info 1, 2, or 3. That info in the shot or in the video up in the upper corner also helps them greatly for them to be able to troubleshoot and bug fix. So that wraps up this installment of Academics of Foghorn. Hope you found it interesting and helpful. If you have any questions I didn't answer, please feel free to contact me via email, Gilded Spectrum, or of course the comment section below. I'll answer it as to the best of my ability and as soon as I see it. Remember, if you're a member or visitor alike, please hit those follow and subscribe buttons as appropriate. Leave us a comment. We actually do read the feedback and are always striving to improve our content. You can find out more information at our bespoke website at aurorarepublic.space, or of course on Spectrum at robertspaceindustriescom/org/aurorarep. I'll see you next time. This is Foghorn signing off and wishing you a very pleasant remainder of your morning, afternoon, and or evening, and thank you very much for watching.